Hello everybody. So I wanted to talk a little bit about something new that I'm going to be doing for weight loss. So I'm following the WW program and I like it. However, I kind of wanted to do something just a little bit different. I'm still going to be following the Weight Watchers WW's program. However, I'm going to throw in intermittent fasting. If you don't know what intermittent fasting is, it's basically just a term that describes a pattern of eating or like restricting your eating to certain open eating windows rather than actually like starving yourself for a long period of time. There's not just one way to do it. There's a lot of different methods that involve intermittent fasting. So like there's the 16-8 method, which is what I'm doing. Fast 16 hours a day, eat during an 8-hour window. There's others that are like 14 hours a day fasts, 15 hours a day, 20 hours a day and only with a 4-hour window. Other people are like fasting every other day, or they're fasting up to 2 days a week. A lot of different ways to do it. In any one of these cases, you're basically just stopping yourself from eating for a certain length of time, for a length of time that's long enough for your insulin levels to go down and your body to more easily be able to burn off its stored fat. And actually in all of the methods that I've read about that involve intermittent fasting, none of them involve doing it for more than 24 hours at a time. However, for me, I'm going to do it for 16 hours a day. So basically, every single day, there will be an 8-hour window during the day that I'm allowed to eat. And so basically, it's kind of like I'm not eating breakfast, and then after dinner, I stop eating. That's kind of how I'm doing this. So around 7 o'clock, no snacks at night, morning rolls around, I can drink water and coffee and tea and stuff like that. Not like I would drink tea, but you can drink tea. Anything that doesn't have calories in it, you can drink. So if you do drink coffee, you can't put like creamer in it or anything, So, and then I eat lunch around 11 o'clock or so. So that's what I'm going to be trying to do. I've been looking into intermittent fasting for quite a while now, actually, and I've been doing a lot of research on it, and it's really fascinating to me. There's actually a lot of research that is coming out that is showing a connection between intermittent fasting and a lot of health benefits, and not really just weight loss either, but other things like, let's see. I'm going to read a quote from the University of Michigan Health.org. It says, and this is referring to intermittent fasting, in addition to reduced body weight, this fasting can help lower cholesterol, improve glucose control, reduce liver fat, and improve blood pressure. Patients tell me they have increased endurance, better motor coordination, and improved sleep. Eating according to your circadian rhythm, eat day/sleep night, helps promote deep sleep. Studies have also shown that fasting, which leads to caloric restriction, increases the lifespan of even healthy people. Studies also suggest that fasting may reduce tumor growth and could help prevent recurrences of breast cancer. So that's pretty fascinating, I think. So basically, like, the science behind intermittent fasting is when you stop eating for a long enough period of time, your insulin levels will go down low enough that your body will burn off its stored fat. So that's sort of like the theory and science behind what happens when you stop eating for a certain length of time. And also, I feel like probably the reason that people lose weight doing intermittent fasting is because they're just eating less, since they're so restricted when they can eat. If you can't eat after dinner and snack all night, like, you're going to reduce your calories just naturally. You're not going to, even without like trying to calorie count or anything. Most people are just going to find themselves eating less anyway. However, like for me, I don't know if that would really work for me so much. I mean, it would in part, just because yes, if I had to cut out all my nighttime eating, I would reduce my calories. However, I'm the type of person that sort of needs like some type of restrictions and boundaries around what I can eat when I'm trying to actually lose weight. So like I need at least something like calorie counting. Even if it's just calorie counting, I need that accountability factor so I can look back and see, okay, well, you know, I have to eat X amount of calories or at least stick within a certain range, you know, and then I'll lose weight. If I'm not doing that, I sort of have this like unhealthy mentality where like if I'm not having to track my food in some way, which right now I'm doing the WW program, so I'm tracking my points, not calories. But I mean, you know, it's really basically the same thing. Like you're restricting your eating, you're holding yourself accountable to the things that you're eating, and you're eating within a calorie deficit to lose weight. I mean, even if you're following Weight Watchers or WW, it's going to take me a long time to get used to that rebranding of Weight Watchers to WW, just because it's like, I don't know, it doesn't seem natural to me, so it's just very strange, and I'm always going to probably slip up and call it WW or Weight Watchers a lot. But even if you are following WW and you're tracking your points, I mean, you're still eating in a calorie deficit, and that's how you're losing weight. If you're not losing weight on Weight Watchers, it's because you're still eating too much. So, I mean, and I get it, like with their freestyle program, it's kind of, you know, it's hit or miss depending on what kind of person you are. As for some people, yeah, it could definitely be easy to overeat just because they have so many 0 point foods. And if you're not the type of person that like can control yourself around those types of foods, then maybe it's not the best program for you. But sorry, I digress. I'm sort of getting off on a tangent here. My whole point I'm trying to make is I really need an accountability system or factor in the mix when I'm trying to lose weight when it comes to my eating, because I just need boundaries. I mean, like some type of boundaries. Like with WW, like, you know, I have to track what I'm eating and I only get so many points per day. And even though there are a lot of free foods on WW, it's not a big deal for me because I'm the type of person that I don't really need boundaries so much around that type of foods, but it's more so like the junky foods, which is what WW is really good at doing, is because all their junk food is really high in points. The things that are really high in fat and sugar have really high points. So that's how it's restricting me from going off the rails with my eating habits. So yes, like if you're following intermittent fasting, you definitely don't have to count calories or you don't have to follow Weight Watchers, but that's what I'm doing because I feel like it's going to be what's most beneficial to me when it comes to actually losing weight. I think that doing the intermittent fasting will help me cut down on my eating naturally. I mean, I wouldn't say naturally just because, you know, it's going to be a struggle not to eat during certain hours. But if I have set those boundaries for myself and I can't eat after, you know, 7, 8 o'clock at night, then I think I'll be more likely to not do it. Whereas if I'm just following Weight Watchers, you know, I'm just worried about my points, not when I'm eating. So it sort of gives me the temptation to maybe go over into my weeklies, into my fit points, you know, and kind of like overdo it a little bit. So I think that without that temptation, it'll be a lot easier for me to stick to the program. I want to see if I can lose weight any faster. We'll see. I want to see if I feel any better. I want to see how easy it is to do. So I'm going to give myself some time, like maybe a couple weeks, a month, and see how this goes for me. I will definitely update my results. The past few weeks have kind of been like a little bit shaky in terms of sticking to plan. So haven't gained weight, haven't really lost weight either. I'm kind of just hovering hovering around the same weight because I'm kind of having difficulty like sticking to a plan, like tracking my eating. I haven't gone like off the rails with my eating, but I'm definitely having difficulty tracking my eating. So I'm going to follow intermittent fasting with the Weight Watchers plan for a few weeks. I'm gonna see how it goes. I will let you know if I lose weight faster, slower. If I can't stick to it, I will let you know how this goes. I just wanted to update you and let you know that that's what I'm gonna be doing.